Hi there, this is Christopher with Shining 3D, here to bring you new information on our latest 3D printer. Today, we will be taking a look at the AccuFab-CEL, the newest addition to the AccuFab 3D printer family. Higher, faster, easier. The AccuFab-CEL offers an enhanced 3D printing experience with higher accuracy, faster speeds, ease of use, and a broad range of applications. Here are some topics that will be covered in this presentation. Introduction of the cell, introduction of the new Shining Dent resins, getting started with the cell, and the workflow of the cell. First, let's take a look at the technical specs for the cell. The resolution of the LCD screen is 6K with an accuracy of 35 microns. Weighing just slightly more than the L4D at 22 kilograms, the cell includes two ceramic platforms that are 194 by 120 millimeters for the standard size and 70 by 70 millimeters for the small size. Printing speeds can reach 100 millimeters an hour depending on the material and layer thickness settings. And with a 5 GHz Wi-Fi connection capability, file transfer speeds are quite fast. Orthodontics models can be printed in 12 minutes, crown and bridge in 25, surgical guides in 20, vertical denture bases in 70, and splinter night guards in 65 minutes at an angle. The one-click lock mechanism replaces the L4D's knob for securing the build platform on the printer. This lock has only two states, on or off, for easy distinction. This makes placing and removing the build platform a breeze and prevents the platform from becoming loose during printing. Cabin temperature and humidity are monitored at all times by the sensors in the main printing chamber. The readings can be found on the main menu of the printer's interface on the touchscreen. If the detected temperature is too low, the real-time cabin environment controller will automatically heat the cabin until the temperature reaches 27 degrees Celsius. This promotes accuracy and stability of resins during printing, ensuring a higher success rate. The Z-axis of the cell has received a major upgrade. A stronger and quieter motor allows for seamless movement of the platform arm, bringing a more comfortable working environment without excess noise. The internal components of the cell are quite robust, utilizing our self-developed 6-core CPU mainboard and 5 GHz connection capabilities. The updated CPU allows for fast data processing and efficient resource management. With the power of 5 GHz connection, transferring files over a Wi-Fi network is quick and reliable. The cell's dual-size ceramic platforms are scratch-resistant and biocompatible, giving them a longer lifespan and removing the risk of resin contamination. Next, we will talk about the latest Shining Dent resins, SS01, CB11, and DT01. SS01 is our soft splint resin, ideal for night guards and retainers. This material has a transparent color and features high tensile strength, optimum elongation, and high flexural strength with low water absorption. The workflow for printing splints on the cell is as follows. The consultation, acquisition of intraoral scan data, such as with the AeroScan 3 wireless, design of the splint in CreSplint module or third-party software such as ExoCAD or Maestro 3D, slicing the file using the splint one-click print in AccuWare, seamless printing and post-processing using the AccuFab-CEL, FabWash, and FabCure 2. Enhance the splint printing experience with our hyper-clear resin tank for the AccuFab-CEL. With this resin tank, any transparent materials can be printed with a smooth, glossy finish, minimizing the amount of grinding and polishing needed during post-processing. For temporary crown and bridge applications, CB11 is the solution. This material has a high toughness, pressure resistance, and flexural strength, as well as low water absorption. CB11 comes in a variety of shades, including A1, A2, A3, A3.5, B1, B2, and B3. For printing temporary crowns, the workflow is as such. Acquisition of intraoral scan data, pre-design of the crown in the CreTemp module or third-party software like ExoCAD, sculpting and finalizing of the crown surface in CreTemp or ExoCAD, slicing the file using crown and bridge one-click print, and printing with the AccuFab-CEL. The cell's small resin tank and small ceramic platform are ideal for this workflow, reducing the amount of resin needed in the tank and preventing any chemical reactions that may occur with aluminum-based platforms. We also offer DTO1, our tri-indenture resin. DTO1 excels in performance with flexural strength, hardness, and low viscosity without being brittle. This material is stable, tasteless, and easy to clean for patients and comes in 3 colors: light pink, light reddish pink, and original. Here is the workflow for printing digital dentures: acquisition of intraoral scan data, setup of the teeth in third-party software like AccuFab-CEL, design of the denture base in the chosen design software, slicing the file using the denture one-click print, and printing on the AccuFab-CEL. The cell is compatible with our post-processing units, the FabWash and the FabCure2. After printing is completed on the cell, the FabWash and FabCure2 will automatically match the resin profiles that was selected. The large ceramic build platform can utilize the FabWash's automatic cut function to remove printed parts from the platform. With the addition of the third-party material presets, this will make post-processing a seamless experience. Next, we are going to go over how to set up your AccuFab-CEL. After the unboxing and installation of the cell, powering on the device for the first time will prompt the new user guide to appear. After selecting the preferred language, you will be asked to connect the printer to the internet, either through a Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection. Once connected to the internet, you will be prompted to activate your printer. Scanning the QR code on screen will allow you to perform the printer activation via smartphone by filling in some user information. Once completed, the platform will rise to the default resting position. Continuing through the guide, you will be given a list of settings that can be toggled on or off that will affect the user experience, such as the activation of the cover sensor while printing or disabling the temperature sensor for the main cabin. After setting the options, you can choose to print sample models or skip this step to access the home screen of the printer's interface. At this point, it is suggested to check for any firmware or material package updates for the printer. On the home screen, you will see notifications on the right side of the screen if there are any updates available for the machine. Otherwise, you can navigate to Settings, About, Update Software. If the printer is connected to Wi-Fi or Ethernet, select Network Update to bring up the menu that will show the current firmware and the material package versions, as well as any available updates for them. Selecting Update will download the update files and begin installation. For firmware updates, this may require the printer to restart, otherwise you will be given an Update Success message when the installation is complete. Next, we will perform the platform leveling process to ensure stable printing results after the machine has been in transit. We recommend performing this leveling for both ceramic build platform sizes anytime that the printer has been moved to a new location or if a major component has been replaced, such as the LCD screen or the build platforms themselves. First, remove the resin tank from the printer. Next, using the included Allen key found in the toolbox, loosen the 4 screws on the sides of the build platform. Place one of the spacer sheets that is included with the printer on top of the LCD screen. On the printer's interface, navigate to Settings, Hardware Settings, Motor Settings, and select Start Adjust. Once confirmed that the resin tank has been removed and the screws are loosened on the platform will begin moving to the bottom of the Z-axis track. Once in the 0 position, the platform should be flush against the spacer sheet. There should be a uniform amount of force holding down the spacer sheet, and overall it should be difficult to remove by pulling. If this is the case, then you can proceed with holding the platform down with one hand and tightening the 4 screws on the platform in a diagonal order, uniformly. Once tightened, you can select Next to bring the platform back up. If the sheets are still loose after moving to the 0 position, the platform position may need to be fine-tuned. Select Z-axis Adjust to have the platform move to the current 0 position for adjustment. From there, the option to fine-tune the platform position will appear, and you can move the platform up or down by small increments. Fine-tune the position until the sheets are difficult to remove, and then tighten the screws on the platform. Next, we will connect our AccuFab-CEL to the slicing software AccuWare. When opening AccuWare for the first time, users will be prompted to import the printer's profile in order to slice files for that printer in the software. If this menu is closed, or you're adding another printer to your software, this menu can be accessed in the Settings, Import Printer Profile. The printer's profile is stored in two locations: on the USB flash drive that is included in the toolkit that comes with the printer, and stored in the printer's memory. If the printer is connected to the same network as the computer running AccuWare, you can select Online Import, which should open the printer list. From the list, you can click on the cell with the serial number that you wish to connect with. Then select Import from the bottom right of the menu. If the printer is offline, you can insert the USB into the PC, select Offline Import, navigate to the USB drive, and select the file that is named the same as the printer's serial number. This file should have the SNDEV extension. Once selected, click Open to bind the printer to the software. You can bind the printer to multiple instances of AccuWare on different computers. Now the printer will appear in the printer serial number list on the home screen. The cell can also be bound to your Shining 3D Dental Cloud account. For existing users, you can sign into your Dental 3D Cloud account by clicking on the icon in the upper left-hand corner of the screen and logging into your account. This is the same account that you would use to log into the ARL Scan 3 and MediSmile software. New users can create an account by selecting Online Registration in the same menu, which will open the Dental 3D Cloud website in a separate window. Once signed in, you will have access to the Accu Collection modules and the cloud functionalities. Clicking on the cloud icon in the upper left-hand corner of the screen will open the Dental 3D Cloud website in your internet browser. On the cloud interface, you can select Add from the Printer List tab, which will prompt you to enter a code from your printer. To obtain the binding code, you'll need to navigate to the Settings, Network Settings, Bind to Dental Cloud menu on the printer's interface. Press the Refresh button to generate a new binding code. A 6-digit code will appear on the screen. Enter this code in the cloud interface on the computer in order to complete the binding. Once bound, your printer will appear on the printer list, where you can check on its status, including current firmware version and current cabin temperature and humidity. Here you can also view the printer's print history. From the cloud platform, you can also check and rearrange the print queue for all the connected printers, as well as check group and individual statistic of the machines bound to your account in the Overview tab. You can get such metrics as resin usage and printing time totals that can be sorted by printer type. Now we will talk about the basic workflow for printing with the AccuFab-CEL. Prior to nesting and slicing files for printing, you can prepare your printer by ensuring the following. The resin you will be using is selected on the printer interface. This can be done in the bottom right corner of the home screen. The build platform and resin tank are clear of any debris. You can use the included rubber spatula to feel for debris in the resin tank. There is enough resin in the resin tank to complete your print. When in doubt, fill to the minimum line. The resin in the resin tank is well mixed using the rubber spatula. If pouring from a bottle, be sure to shake the bottle thoroughly for at least 60 seconds. When opening AccuWare, you are presented with the Printer Settings menu, which serves as the home screen for the software. On this screen, you can select your printer from the printer serial number list, as well as your desired material brand and resin type. You can then change the layer thickness setting with the mode option. This, of course, will affect the print speed and accuracy. Selecting Next will bring us to the Open File section, where you can import files with the file browser on the left side of the screen, or by dragging and dropping STL, OBJ, or PLY files from the File Explorer into the software. Once your files are imported, we can select the one-click printing button on the left side of the screen by clicking on the magic wand icon. In this menu, you can select the application type that you're trying to print, and the software will automatically nest the imported models according to the selected workflow. This is a quick and accurate option for printing many commonly printed applications, such as surgical guides, crown and bridge, restoration or orthodontics models, splints, and coming soon denture bases. After you pick your workflow, you can select Generate. Then the software will automatically orient, support, and slice the models. Once slicing is complete, you will see a slicing results screen that will provide information such as the projected print time, material usage, and file name. You'll have the option to save the file to a USB flash drive for manual transfer, send the file over the network, Wi-Fi or Ethernet, or to print the file immediately. This option will send the file over the network and then start the print if the printer status is ready and the selected resin matches. If you are not using one-click print, you can proceed to the layout section of AccuWare, where there are tools such as auto layout, rotate, and various drain hole options. For hollow and solid orthodontics or restoration models, there's a one-click shell and honeycomb option to add a honeycomb structure and drain holes to the bottom of any based model. This structure promotes structural integrity and prevents warping of the model, while also reducing the amount of resin being used. After finishing the layout, the next step is to add supports. AccuWare has a robust auto support system with presets for most applications. Just ensure that the model is in the right position and orientation for the application you're printing, and that the preset is set to your application. Then click Generate. The auto support settings can be modified on the left side of the screen, and you can add or remove supports using the manual support option on the left side of the screen as well. Once all models are supported, the job is ready for slicing. Once the slice is complete, you can proceed with the printing process. After the print is complete, post-processing can be done using Shining 3D's FabWash and FabCure 2. The two post-processing machines include preset profiles for all of the Shining 3D resins, as well as some third-party materials that will be added over time. Once the cell has completed its current print job, it will signal to the nearby FabWash and FabCure units which resin was selected for printing. The wash and cure units will both automatically set their current resin profile to match that of the cells, allowing for seamless post-processing of printed parts. For washing, simply remove the build platform from the printer and insert it into the FabWash's platform holder. Select Cut and Wash, then the platform holder will lower down into position for the blade to automatically remove parts from the platform. The cut parts will fall into the basket, which is then lowered into the tank, where a magnetic impeller agitates the isopropyl alcohol that's inside. After the designated wash time, the basket will rise out of the tank in order to air dry. Once the parts are completely dried, they can be removed from their supports and are ready for post-curing in the FabCure 2. Place the parts onto the clear plate and insert into the FabCure 2, then select Start. Curing will occur according to the preset's time and temperature. Once post-curing is complete, the printed parts are ready to go. At this point, you can perform any grinding down of the supports or polishing that is required for the application. This concludes our introduction to the AccuFab-CEL 3D printer. Stay tuned for further information and upcoming features for the printer and the slicing software AccuWare. Thanks for watching.